Alright, so Jack found an old diary of his. It's actually not that old, it's only 2 years old. But nonetheless, it was interesting to come across, and Jack would like to share the contents of his diary with you and the neighborhood squirrels. We'll be skipping the first page because it's not that interesting. Let's see. Sorting thoughts into complete sentences is so tedious and boring, especially at a writable pace, you know? If only you was typing instead. Surgery on these crusty old eyes of mine? And there's a scientific diagram of what it feels like to have salty, crackling pop rock eyes, or whatever it is that I have. It's very scientifically accurate. Alright, let's see. Ramble more, you inconceivable bastard. I'm sure it'll give you the perspective adaptation you need, Mr. Dreamer. Still with this shit? Lol, 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 lol. Die, 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 nope. Some sort of political spectrum thing right there, or whatever. Obviously, oblivious, frivolous simpletons send their children into death's door for a war to destroy the poor, for a savage faith they know no more, 'cause all the gods have died and paved the path, burnt offerings linger in the air, and there ain't no stopping the apocalypse, 'cause we're the 21st century schizoid men. We have the right to our own minds. Oh wait, and it ain't our fault that you're all wrong. We have the right to our own minds, so please don't tell us we aren't allowed to die. Alright. Let's see. I can tell by the rigid movements of the members of the court that they have been taken by medical mechanica, just like me. It's a little Fooly Cooly reference, I guess. Robots truly are the future, and also most of the present. Let's continue to silly lyrical melodic lies. These silly people are still trapped in the fifth circle, convinced sins are holding them back, unlivable burdens of endless servitude to an abyss which listlessly demands unavailable offerings. Will you obey this abyss which stills your heart's ills, or succumb to the burden of knowledge? It's so easy to believe a melodic lie. I've actually spoken a few of these out loud before, but unless you're a hardcore fan, you probably won't have heard any of this. It's an avid phantom that lingers on the edge of all that static, but it's there all right, and it thinks its job is very important. I've got to figure out some way to help Dan, though. Brainstorm, brainstorm. Definitely talk to the prosecuting attorney, and well, that's more personal. This was back when Dan was alive. For anybody who's familiar with that tragedy. Yeah. There's some more whining about my fiery crackle eyes, but you've already seen the diagram of that, so you already have the idea. Now, there is something pure to the act of physically writing, though, something which simplifies perspective to a concise aspect of desire. Oh, and then this is where I came back in recently and started writing it again. So it's not a very filled-in diary, but hopefully it'll improve as I keep going along. Check out this tree, though. It's a pretty cool tree. There's like freaking 8 squirrels in it right now. You can't quite see them because you're looking through a camera, unfortunately. But